This is going to be a tutorial to make ground dribbles for Noobs, made by Noobs. So most of the people who you look in YouTube, they go like, oh, just go to training, go to free play. And while you're in the free play, they tell you like, when you go to the ball, just turn around and start a ground dribble. They tell you like, oh, just try to hit it, go around it if you can, and pop it. And I will tell you this, to do this until you get a grip. And that's how they in the video. That for me didn't make it. I didn't learn this way. So I'm trying to show how I did it. So I saw a video on YouTube and I tried to follow this drill at first, and this is just to get accustomed just following the speed of the ball. So you want to take the ball and try to drive it around the court without making a foul. And you want to do this until you get just comfortable following the speed of the ball. That was like the first basic thing I started to get into dribble. And you don't want to use the push button in this at all. So when you get more or less comfortable doing this, you just do the same thing but in the opposite way. So you just start with doing the left side. Once you make the whole loop around, you do the right side. This is like the most basic dribble you can do here, help you with the wall. And as I stated before, this is just to get used to the speed of your card following the ball. So the first tip everyone going to give you is just to match the speed of the ball. But if you jump just to start to dribble the ball and you just start in the game and just popping it up, you're just going around and just kill yourself trying to do this and nothing else, the information they have to do, you will not learn to dribble. But this is the most basic thing to do, like you go into free play. It's a great access, I agree, to learn, because when you go into a game, you're not going to have this unlimited boost or have the training amps to save you perfectly the ball. But it helps when you try just to build that muscle memory or just learning the grips of it. So after this, just learning just to match up the speed of the ball. One other thing that helped me is just like changing my camera settings at the moment, and this is just to regulate the stiffness. And in one of my previous videos that I made, like just a basic tutorial that you can find many videos that will help you out to understand this. And as with the controllers, and you want to just to know your dead zone. And why you want to help your dead zone is because most of the time when you try to just go around the ball and keep it one side, it will just like you're going to be recklessly moving way farther than the center of the ball. So that with that in mind, after I learned just more or less to control the basics of this, controlling the spin and matching the ball, I went to a custom training. At the back I went was with dribbles, made by Poquito. And what I like about this is they don't have a limited time where the ball will disappear after just get to the ground. And for the first part, after learning to match the speed ball, you want to learn the basics bounce dribble. We're going to do this basic drill just to keep it up the ball up after we will bounce. But before doing the bounce dribble, you want just to keep matching the speed at first of following the ball around. So you're going just to try to cut the ball smile by smile from side to side. So after you learn like just doing from left to right at the beginning and the start, then you're going to do the bounce dribble drill. I show a little bit at the beginning, and you just want to pop the ball. You're just trying to dribble normally. You want to meet the ball with not that much speed and trying to match, and then just trying just to switch sides from left to right. And for this drill, this is going to build just that consistency of changing the directions of the ball. And trust me, learning this basic dribble is more helpful than just rushing to learn the actual round dribble. This pack also as well has different sizes, but I recommend just sticking and resetting the first reel. So you can try to do all the sections over here. Just trying to match the speed. Cut it. And then after you master just doing like cutting it, you do the whole section trying to do the bounce dribbles. So after you learn just do the bounce dribble and you feel comfortable, you can just try to carry the ball in the hook of the cart. But do this without no boosting at first at all. And as I always tell you, just to stay in the center of the ball. So that's if you just want to like extra practice of it. But After I get used to with the first dribble, like just going around the map, I'm matching the speed of the ball. I just pretty much do entirely every time after a match. Just bounce dribbles. Just getting used to it. And why you want to get used to it is bounce dribbles is because when you start dribbling and you apply much speed, the ball will dribble, bounce dribble a little bit in the hook of your card. So you want to be within the Y marker, but another step of it that most people don't tell you, you also want to pay attention to the ball rotation. As I tell you, the ball will bounce, and you want the ball not to be rotating around in the top of your card. You want it to be the less motion in the card, so this will be prevent the ball not going supersonic speeds, and also it will help you to keep it in the middle of the hoop of your card. So if you have different cards, as the very part it will be the hitbox and everything, but this one you have to have the feeling where exactly the middle of the card is going to be. And you see, I just using the throttle, and you will have this middle of the ball that you're trying to learn for yourself. Pretty much the card will have the less rotation on the ball, and you just can carry the ball like this. You might have the ball fall a little bit all the times, but the sweet spot is pretty much when you can carry the ball without the ball rotating or leaning to another side of the card. And you can do this in a straight line. It doesn't matter if you don't get the ball to stay on the top of your card. So after learning the bounce dribble, I went to another different pack, which helped me just to get the dribble across from smart distances to large distances, and most of the training it starts you easy and going harder. But the first dribble are just to be in a straight line. The Rocketeer dribbling is the one I'm trying to find. So you want to be doing this training pack at first with a non-boost at all. You want to be the first ones without trying not to move the car around. So pretty much no use your joystick. And this is just to create the moment measuring of having your car on the top of the car and matching the speed of the ball. After you get comfortable like doing the first 3 parts, you can add movement if desired. So now it's just like trying just to learn if the ball is coming at you. So for this, we want to watch the ball spin when it starts pop. So very much you see like this basic pop. But you don't want to rush it at all the time, so you want to watch it and catch it most at the center of the white circle, pretty much. And you want to wait for the ball to settle down. And you want to pretty much predict the direction of the ball. So if you try to move too fast, the ball will pretty much just bop around on the back or hit the front of the card. So in my condition, my card pretty much when I'm trying to catch it, I have my card to be more or less half inside of the circle, and then use a little boost if necessary, just to put it in the top of the card, because you only going to use the boost only to stop the rotation of the ball. As I told you on the first part, you don't want to build the ball to be bouncing or nothing at all. In other cases, you see, I just wait for the ball to stop and I use just the boost only when necessary. And you're wondering, oh, you know how to do this because you already know how to dribble or something. But I teach this myself like during 2 days or 3 days, just by paying attention and just making small adjustment. So another mistake is just try, as I told you, is just trying to go supersonic, like, and just start tapping the boost like crazy. You see people like going like this, trying just to adjust the ball. There was no help at all. After you settle the ball on the top of the card and start in the middle, you're just going to use the boost as minimum you possible can and try to avoid supersonic, because once you go supersonic, the ball will start just bounce dribbling again and you will just lose control of the ball. So when you try to pop up the card, you have to also watch how much the ball fast is going. So if the ball is going fast, you want just to meet the ball and just leave it a little pop. And if the ball is going slow, you want to go fast. So if the ball is rolling fast, you go slow. If the ball is rolling slow, you go fast. That's just to give it the pop. You don't want the ball going too far of you, so you can get a nice control. And see, just pretty much you're catching the ball after a pass or someone just clearing the ball of the opposite side of the map. So now in the number 9, when picking the ball off the ground, so pretty much rolling, you want to pop it by using the back tire and the middle of the card, and you want to match the ball speed. See, using the back of the card and the middle of the tire. So very much between your left wheel and the middle of the card. You want just to learn right here, just match this ball, the speed, as just we're learning, going around the whole map, around the circle. And I just not try to make anything crazy, so you can learn. So when you receive the ball rolling, you want a light tap, and if you want to accommodate to left or right, use the front of the wheel just as a guide, and then turn direction wanted. So if I want just to go to the left, pretty much use the left wheel, right, use the right. You just want to make the most small adjustment just to go straight to the goal. So this is the part attacking to you. So in the next one, so pretty much you're going to rotate to the left side, and then the ball is going to the right. It's pretty much like giving the counter reaction, because if you go to the right side, pretty much it's going to the left. So you use the right side and try to catch it. And you want to wait for the ball to settle down after the rotation. And then to go to the other side, you try to be in there. So you're going to the right side, you pop it, and try to settle in the opposite side of the circle. So if you're going to the right side, you're trying to go into the left part of the circle. And if you go into the left side, you want to see in the right side of the circle. And then just accommodate by small tapping the boost. You also can wait and just square up and take the ball straight to the goal. But I like to do this small cut and avoid waiting for the ball to come to me and set it straight to the goal. Now if you're trying to take the ball and you want to try to make a sharper turn, you try just to tilt the card a little bit more. See, I just turn my card to the right. I want the ball to be going. The more sharper I turn, the most the ball is going to be going towards the sole or to the wall. You see, I'm making a right motion and then a left, so it goes to towards the goal. You're trying to do this whip motion.